brown sugar bourbon wings. You won't have to sacrifice a foot for these sweet and sticky treats. Today on Poor Choices, we're grilling up another football wing recipe with an easy brown sugar bourbon marinade and a sticky glaze to finish. It's got a little heat and some fun depth of flavor from the bourbon. Start the marinade in the morning and by noon, you're ready to fire up the grill. Plenty of time for you to drown yourself in bourbon so you don't even remember that your team lost. Starting off, we need to make our marinade. We'll start with half a cup of bourbon, and you don't have to use a super expensive bourbon. Some Jim Beam will do you just fine, but I went with this bourbon by Horse Soldier because I wanted to try something new. To this, we'll add 1/3 of a cup of brown sugar and be sure to pack it into the cup so you get the right measurement. 1/4 cup of soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 1 tablespoon of Dijon mustard or a whole grain mustard, just don't use yellow mustard here. 3 cloves of fresh garlic ran through a garlic press or mince them with your knife, 1 tablespoon of freshly chopped rosemary leaves, a pinch of red pepper flakes, and then about a tablespoon of black pepper and a tablespoon of salt. Give that a whisk until everything is thoroughly combined, and then it's chicken time. I've got a little over a pound of party wings here. You can use whole wings if you like, but these were on sale, buy 1 pack, get 1 pack free, so I couldn't resist. Get your chicken in and make sure to get all the chicken coated with the marinade, all the crevices, everything. I let mine go overnight and gave it a toss every few hours, but you can do this in as little as 4 hours. You just definitely want to make sure you give that chicken time to really soak in those flavors. Once that time has passed, get it out of the marinade, and then we just need to add a little additional seasoning. So I'm taking 1/4 cup of turbinado sugar, like you see here, and combining it with 1/4 cup of brown sugar and 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper into a shaker. Now, if you don't like heat, you can cut the cayenne pepper in half, but make sure you really shake this up and get it all mixed together evenly because nobody wants a big clump of cayenne pepper in their mouth. Then hit both sides of your wings with a light to medium coating. The sugars are going to help caramelize on the chicken as it cooks, releasing even more flavor. While our chicken hangs out after marinating and seasoning, we'll get our grill fired up to temp. I've got mine set up for direct heat and rolling between 350 and 400 degrees. And from this point, I just cook the wings until they reach 175 degrees internal temperature. Keep an eye on the chicken though, that it isn't getting too dark. I have the ability on my Kamado Joe to move the grates to a higher level, but if you don't, maybe you want to set up a 2-zone cook where it's hot coals on one side and cool on the other. So that way, if you do happen to notice that your wings are getting a little too dark, you can move them over to the cool side and get a more indirect cook. And if you want to, you can cook these indirect the entire time. I just want a little char on mine. So I let my wings get to about 180 degrees internal temperature, and for those of you who are new to chicken wings, they can go all the way up to 200 degrees and still be juicy. Unlike chicken breasts, which will dry out if you go over 165. So again, once they've reached around 180, I glaze both sides of the wings with this Captain Rodney's Boucan glaze. This is a very versatile sauce that you should always keep on hand if you're a griller. It can be used as a glaze, a dip, you can put it in your wrap with your ribs. So many uses for it. It's got a sweetness to it and a little heat. Brush it on both sides and then let that glaze set on the chicken for a few more minutes while it's on the grill. And then it's time to serve. If you want, you can hit them with a little more Captain Rodney's, some green onion, but overall, just enjoy these. It's that easy. Another addition to your game day meals. Hey everybody, this is Poor Choices Kitchen. We have a Patreon link down in the description. $1 a month is all we ask for to help pay for these recipes and these here inflated times. And of course, look out for some more wing recipes. Just because we're getting into the fall doesn't mean we can't still fire up those grills.